Hello Sagittarius, Happy New Year! This is your 2015 forecast. So yes, I know Saturn is in your sign and for the most part there until December of 2017. But this doesn't have to be negative. So many people see this as like, oh, this is difficult. Well, yes, it can certainly have its challenges, but it's going to open up possibilities of setting the tone for a whole new chapter in your life, of becoming happier than you've ever been before. So try not to see it as a negative influence. We've got all 3 Mercury retrogrades this year in air signs, which is very complementary to you as a fire sign. And Venus, ruler of love and money, going retrograde in the middle of the year, which will slow things down and enable you to get a better perspective on these 2 very important areas in your life. So Sagittarius, let me break the year down to let you know at the end of the video there is a list of the important dates and those aspects, so you'll have something to refer to in case you miss some of the dates as I'm speaking. So let's take a look at this first Mercury retrograde happening between January 22nd and February 11th. It's happening here in your 3rd house. And so this is a really good time for doing some research, for writing, for reflecting upon your social circle, the friends, your neighborhood, the people around you. It's certainly a time for leaving enough time to get to important appointments and interviews, because there could be just some little hiccups along the way. But it's a wonderful time for studying and learning. Now, from February 20th until March 17th, we've got Venus and Mars coming together. And they're coming together in Aries. Now, Venus and Mars usually come together maybe for 4 or 6 weeks of a year. But this year, they're coming together many times on and off. So that can be very exciting and very nice for you, Sagittarius, in the area of romance, because they're joining Uranus here, that's been there since 2011, but Venus and Mars here in this 5th house of romance. If you're looking for a relationship, this is exactly the time it could come to you. It's a wonderful time for anything creative, for doing anything involving entertaining, doing anything with children, teaching children, doing anything fun and pleasurable, and taking a risk. And you're a Sag, you're a fire sign, so you should probably quite enjoy that. And we've got a lovely aspect between February 24th and March the 9th. And this is a glorious trine between Jupiter up here and Uranus here in your 5th house. From your 9th to your 5th house, a glorious trine. Doesn't happen very often, but it's happening twice this year. And so what this is about, this is going to give you a lot of inspiration. It could be inspiration about your spiritual journey, your meaning of your life. How can I add more meaning to my life? What with Saturn in your sign is all about truth and meaning. What's this about and why? And this is going to give you some new ideas, some new inspiration. Maybe somebody new coming into your life, maybe from overseas, an international connection that just brings fireworks. Certainly could be romance, but it could also be something wonderful connected with your own business or starting a project or something involving entertaining. For those of you involved in anything connected with a court case, this could be some sudden good news or a sudden inspiration as to how to move things forward more quickly. We've got this final square coming between March 12th and 28th between Saturn and Uranus that I've been speaking, between Pluto and Uranus, excuse me, I've been talking about for years now. So this is asking you now finally, Sagittarius, have I taken my power with my finances? Do I feel in control of this area of my life? If not, what needs to change? Do I need to take the risk and go into business for myself? Do I need to start a little online business on the side? It's very much about taking your power back and feeling strong about your financial abilities. And on between March 31st and April 11th, we've got Venus and Mars joining forces once again in your 6th house. And this could bring some good news financially for you in terms of a career move, in terms of work. Maybe somebody nice helping you. Maybe there's a network connection you've made and they just put your name forward for that job and you get it. This is good for exercising, it's good for relationships in the workplace. If you've been having some difficulty or there's been some unease, dis-ease in the work, this could smooth things and bring about harmony and peacefulness once again. And between May 18th and June 11th, we've got yet another Mercury retrograde, and this Mercury retrograde happening in your 7th house of relationships, Sagittarius. So this will be a time to reflect upon relationships, both business and personal. Maybe a relationship needs to be redefined. Maybe you need to have a good talk, a good discussion with someone. Bring something out into the open, but you'll certainly be reflecting about all your relationships and looking at ways that you can improve them and feel happier and more comfortable. And between June 15th and 28th, we've got another trine aspect happening again, second time with this lovely aspect. So you might go on a sudden trip somewhere, unexpectedly out of the blue, an opportunity to go on an exciting trip. Sagittarius, I know you'd love that. This is certainly possible during this beautiful trine. And also some new opportunities for business and creative opportunities coming up for you. So let's talk about dear Saturn. Saturn in your sign obviously since December of last year, the end of December, and there until June 15th, but from June 15th to September 18th, going briefly for those 3 months into your 12th house. So going back there, just saying to you, okay, have I released everything that needs to be let go of? Is there something I'm still hanging on to for grim death? Or have I really let go of the important things that need to go? Because it's a last check, really. It's a last checkup before Saturn finally, after September 18th, goes into your sign once again until December of 2017. So this is about you restructuring your life. It's an opportunity to restructure your life to make yourself happier. That's really what this Saturn in your sign is all about. So it's about looking at how you feel about how you present yourself, how you look, and everything, every single aspect of your life will be triggered by this Saturn aspect for you to discard the things that you're not happy with, to be prepared to start fresh and slowly and gradually build yourself up again. That's the challenge of the Saturn in your sign. But it is going to be exciting because, you know, we've got Saturn, Uranus triggering one another off in fire signs for until August. Before Jupiter changes sign, we've got Jupiter in nice aspect to your Saturn. So these are going to help this transition along for you. Between July 25th and September 6th, we've got Venus, planet of love and money, as I said to you, going retrograde, and it's going retrograde initially in Virgo, just for that last week in July, from the 25th until the last day of July. Retrograde here in your 10th house. Great time to reflect about the relationships connected with work. Anything that needs to be redefined, changed in some way. Maybe your pay, what you're being paid. Maybe you need to reflect on that as well. And then for the whole of August and until September 6th, Venus is retrograde in this 9th house, giving you an opportunity to reflect maybe upon a long distance relationship, a romantic relationship, giving you just this opportunity with anything connected with money and relationships. It slows them down during the retrograde. So as much as you may be excited to get into a new relationship, just don't make big decisions before September the 6th when it moves on. And And then we've got from August the 8th to September 24th, we've got Mars coming to join the party up here. Mars possibly sending you off on a trip or an adventure or something international. And August, so as I said, we've got Jupiter here until August the 11th, then August the 11th until September the 10th of 2016, we've got Jupiter right up here in this 10th house in Virgo. So this is a wonderful opportunity to expand your career in some way, to expand the direction. You might study, you might learn something new, you may go overseas for your career, but it's a growth phase. It's a time to take more risks. It's a time to say, hey, you know, I'd love to do this, or maybe there's an opportunity there, and to pursue new opportunities, because the universe is giving you this unique 1 year out of 12 years is this time that it comes to the top of the chart in this 10th house. So really make good use of it, Sagittarius, because it's your ruler. And then from September 17th until October 9th, we've got this final Mercury retrograde happening in Libra, in your 11th house. So time to reflect on your dreams, your wishes. What do you want for yourself? Does it need to be redefined in some way? Reflect as well on your social life, your friends. Does that need to change in some way? Are you satisfied with how things are progressing? Or does something need to change? It will be a time of reflection. And then from October 8th to November 8th, we have got, I'll move him off here, we've got Venus and Mars coming into Virgo to join Jupiter up in this 10th house. Great time for looking at your destiny path. Why am I here? What can I do that's got meaning and will contribute, make a difference to people? This is energizing you. There could be some good news about a career or a project or something to do with work. It's also a time to be proactive and go after what you're wanting, because Venus and Mars are going to soften the energy for you and make you more appealing and make people want to accept whatever it is you want to sell them or tell them. And then between November 12th and December 4th, we've got Venus and Mars moving once again forward and into your 11th house here. And this is great. A new friendship, a nice person, new group of people, collaboration, maybe doing something humanitarian, contributing in some way. This is just energizing your dreams and wishes. Maybe something you've been dreaming and hoping for a long time suddenly happens, or you can see that yes, this is actually going to happen. So that's very exciting. We've got all this mutable energy I mentioned. We've got Neptune already, of course, in Pisces, but what with Saturn in your sign and what with Jupiter for the latter part of the year in Virgo, we've got a lot of mutable energy. So we're going to see people changing their minds a lot. Probably going to have to be quite patient with them. There's going to be just a lot of changeability. Luckily, you're a mutable sign, so you are able to change when necessary. Be prepared for it. The planets are calling us to do that, not to get too fixated in old patterns, but to be ready for the new consciousness, the new higher vibrations that are dying to come through onto this planet. So, there you have it, my lovely Sagittarius. I'd love to take a look at your chart and see what this year holds in store for you and help you to make best use of the aspects. And I thank you for commenting, sharing, emailing me, all the lovely things that you write. I really appreciate it. Thank you for listening. Bye for now.